It's episode 11 of This Week in Track, and on today's show, win is a 9.8, not a 9.8. Joseph Fahnbulleh has another stirring comeback. High schoolers seem intent on making us all feel very, very slow, and Devon Allen makes his intentions clear about returning to football. Let's begin. It was a bit of a weird weekend in the track and field world. Florida relays, where we expected a lot of the pros to be. The weather was bad. They had to cancel some sections. So everyone's attention got drawn to this. You see the headline, Elias Garcia, 9.88, fastest time in the world. Now, who is Garcia? Because most of us didn't know who he was before this weekend. You see some of his results up here. Runs for Mount Sac. Lifetime best about 10.1. Sometimes in the 10.3s, 10.2s, 10.4s. So this jumped out immediately and people began investigating because that's what track and field people do, especially when they have time over the weekend. And we go to the results and we see nothing listed for that 100 meters. Not just 100 meters, the entire meet. There were field event marks, but no running event marks. So obviously people started asking questions, scratching their head. We got this YouTube video where they have him around 10.1. First of all, let me say, none of this is Garcia's fault. If there was an issue with the timing or any other situation with the meet setup, not his fault. Obviously has a bright future in the sport. Good thing about track and field, Garcia's got another opportunity to run. We'll see what he does. On this week's edition of, no, there's no way Joseph Fahnbulleh actually made up that gap. We go to the Florida relays where Fahnbulleh is in the 200. Out of the blocks, you see him already a little bit behind, but hey, that's par for the course for Fahnbulleh. Let's just push this ahead a little bit here. And I want you to tell me, okay, do you think he's coming back there? All right, this is a good race. You got Randolph Ross right here. You got Matthew Boling over there. Fahnbulleh looks pretty far back. Let's advance all the way around the, I mean, look at how much of a lead Boling has. There's no possible way that Fahnbulleh, look at that. Ross is right here. Ross is a 400 meter runner too. He's gonna be really strong in this last 100. But hold on, wait a minute. Here comes Fahnbulleh right through the middle. The sit and kick 200 pays off again, and this must feel like a really long 200 for everybody else. When Fahnbulleh is behind you, you know he's coming, and eventually the pass happens. There it is, right before the finish. What do we get the finish time at? 20.22. His teammate, Jacory Patterson, actually ran faster than that. Fahnbulleh's races, though, are just so exciting. You cannot turn away from a Joseph Fahnbulleh 200. Also, the Florida relays, Anna Hall runs 55.35 in the 400 meter hurdles, adding another event to her list of places where she could qualify individually if she wasn't in the heptathlon. Also puts her in this tweet with Jackie Joyner-Kersee. And as people mentioned, hey, 400 meter hurdles, multi-events, there's some tradition there. Ashton Eaton in that off year ran the 400 meter hurdles. Carson Warholm. I don't know if Anna Hall's performances can be described as Warholmish, Eatonish, or Joyner-Kersee-ish. But either way, she's going to be really good. Let's go to the Stanford Invite now, where Natalie Cook runs 15:25 to absolutely smash the high school 5K record. She goes to high school out in Texas. See the marks there. She got third in the race, did some leading as well throughout, and it's just incredible how much this record has dropped. It went from Tui to Jenna Hutchins and now to Natalie Cook. In fact, if you go back even farther, the girls' high school 5K record was in the 1550s up until 2010. And it just shows that the evolution of fast times in the distance races not confined to the pros. High schoolers running fast, collegiates are running fast. So all these times are moving in tandem. It's not as if high school runners are now all of a sudden challenging the pros. The pros are still doing fine. The pros are good. The people who are suffering are the people who ran before this current era, who now have to explain to their friends and family why the time they thought they ran that was fast in college would make them just basically a mediocre high school runner in 2022. Devon Allen, sub 13-second high hurdler and fourth at last year's Olympics, said he wants to pursue the NFL. He played in college at Oregon, but his desires for 2022 are world record in the high hurdles, gold medal, and then move on to the NFL. And I love it. And here he is running in Oregon's Pro Day, which is a chance to show off for the scout. And the time was clocked at 4.35 seconds for Allen. It says murmurs from NFL scouts as he crossed. I like this too. Let's look at this as he finishes. Look at everybody looking at the stopwatches as if automatic timing does not exist. 4.35, obviously very fast for Allen. Newsflash, we already knew he was fast. Let's listen to some of these murmurs, though, as he comes across. I love the guy whistling at the end. Between that and everybody looking at the stopwatch, this was like a Disney movie about track and field from 1995.